I can try.
You can check. For example, for 1, what minus what is 1?
1 is 1 squared minus 0.
Yes. 1 squared minus 0 squared. Well, for 2, you said it's not possible. For 3,
2 squared minus 1 squared.
for 4,
2 squared minus 0 squared.
yes, good job. 5,
3 squared minus 2 squared.
yes. 6, you said not possible. 7,
4 squared minus 3 squared.
yes. 8,
3 squared minus 1 squared.
yes. So now we should prove 2 things. One thing is that if for 4k plus 1, it is what squared minus what squared. For 4k plus 3, it is what squared minus what squared. For 4k plus 4 or 4k, it is what squared minus what squared. And also, it is one part. The other part, we should say why for 4k plus 2 it's not possible, right?
Right, yeah.
One hint for proving these things or want to prove it on your own?
I'll try.
Okay, sure, try.
I've done 4k plus 1 and 4k plus 3. I haven't figured out how to do 4k. How to prove 4k plus 4 is always.
Okay, 4k plus 1 is what?
4k plus 1 is 2k plus 1 squared minus 2k squared.
Exactly. 4k plus 3 is what?
2k plus 2 squared minus 2k plus 1 squared.
Yes, it's 8k minus 4k. So when you want to prove these, you can also pay attention to our small examples, okay?
Yeah.
So when it is 4k, 4k plus 4 or 4k, both of them are okay, multiples of 4. So if you consider, for example, 2k plus 1 squared minus 2k minus 1 squared. It's, or let's, something like that. Or let's check different cases. For example, 2k plus 1 squared is what? Is 4k squared plus 4k plus 1. Now 2k squared is what? Is 4k squared. The difference is 4k plus. 2k minus 1 squared is what? 4k squared, then what?
Minus 4k plus 1.
Plus 1. The difference of these two things is 8k, right?
Yeah.
So if we do something instead of 2k and these things, let's write k. K plus 1 squared is what? K squared 2k, minus k minus 1 squared, then 2k minus 2k, 4k. So we could create 4k. If we want to create 4k plus 4, consider k plus 2 squared minus k squared. If you want to create 4k plus 4, it's k plus 2 squared minus k squared. Agreed? Okay, lots of ways, but one of them is okay. 4k plus 4, 4k, well, both of them are multiples of 4, right? Now we should reject why 4k plus 2 is not possible, right? For this part, one hint or want to try on your own?
What? Can you tell me, like, what I'm supposed to do?
You should consider mod 4. For example, suppose we can write it like this. We want to reach contradiction, okay? Can you tell me a squared mod 4 can be what numbers?
A squared mod 4 would be 1. Is it
1 or?
wait? 1 or 1?
0 or 1. Because 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 0 against 4, 3 squared is 1. So it can be 0 or 1. Agreed?
Yeah.
So if you consider it is 0 or 1 minus 0 or 1. So let's consider cases. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So negative 1 is 3. So it can be only 0, 1, 3. So 2 is not possible, right?
Wait, how can
Let me write it again. If 4k plus 2 is equal to a squared minus b squared, do you agree a squared mod 4 can be only 0 or 1?
Yeah.
Okay, 4k plus 2 mod 4 is what?
4k plus 2 mod 4 is 2.
Now, if we write all cases of a squared minus b squared mod 4, it is 0 minus 0 or 0 minus 1 or 1 minus 0 or 1 minus 1. Agreed?
Yeah.
Because each of them can be 0 or 1. So if we consider all cases, we have 4 cases, right?
Yeah.
0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, right?
Yeah.
So it can be 0. 1 negative 1 is 3 mod 4.
Yeah.
We cannot reach 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we proved the problem wants 4k plus 1, 4k plus 3, 4k. This part is number theory part of the problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now it says what? They take it in turns to pick an integer from 1 to 100, each time selecting an integer which no one has chosen before. A player loses the game if after their turn the sum of all the integers chosen since the start of the game cannot be written. So it means that the sum should be what? When it cannot be written. The sum should be.
The sum needs to be a difference of 2 squares.
So it should be what? We consider number theory. If the summation is what the player loses.
If the sum is 4k plus 2.
Exactly. So if sum is 4k plus 2, the player loses the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now our numbers are what? 1 to 100. Now we want to see who has winning strategy, right?
Yeah.
Want to try this part on your own or want hint?
I'll try it.
Okay, sure. Try. Let me know if you wanted hints.
Wait, can you zoom out so I can read the question?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, I think
Okay.
I think I have okay. There's like 25 4Ks and there's 25 4K plus 1. There's 25 4K plus 2 and then 25 4K plus 3s, right?
Yes, from each of them 25.
Yeah. And then basically 4K plus 1 and 4K plus 3 sum together to get even number. So it'll be
it will be multiple of 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then yeah.
What then?
So then if you like sum those two together, then you'll get.
We have also 4k and 4k plus 2, right?
Yeah.
4k has no effect on the remainder, right?
Yeah.
4k plus 2. Then have you found that which player has winning strategy?
I think that
if you think it's a bit hard, we should do what? So look, sometimes in the middle of the solution, when we think something is a bit hard, we should use what?
Should use simple case.
Yes, a small example. So here instead of 100, we can consider what?
1 to 8, 10.
1 to 4. Look, 1 to multiple of 4. 1 to 10 is not good because 1 to 10 is not similar to 1 to 100.
Yeah.
We should have from each remainder, for example, 1 to 10, from remainder 1, we have more than remainder 3, right? So let's consider, for example, 1 to 4. And it's not important to start, for example, a large number. You start from the smallest one. For 1 to 4, who is winner? And how?
1 to 4. 1 to 4, it will be, they can vote, you can do it so that there's no one else to pick, so I guess Miami loses?
First player has winning strategy or second player?
Second player?
Second player, so what's the winning strategy of second player? Look, for example,
It's like
yes.
you always make the total to be a multiple for if Naomi picks 4k plus 1, you pick 4k plus 3. If Naomi picks 4k, you pick.
So, for example, you are second player. I take 1, then you do what?
Then you pick 3.
And then I take 4.
Then you still pick 4.
No, we cannot take 4 again, right? We have 1 4 here.
Oh yes, this example, yeah.
So first player, for example, by do your strategy. Second player, first player, then second player loses here, right? Agreed?
Second player.
Because then second player selects this one and is loser, right?
Yeah, but when it's 1, 3, and 4, it's not a multiple of 3, so the first player has to pick 2.
Let me tell you something. My claim is that first player has winning strategy here. You think second player has winning strategy, okay? Okay? If you think
Yeah.
you are second player, I'm first player, let's play, okay? So I take 1, or let me tell you, I take 4. Then you take what?
Then I take 2.
Then you lost.
Why did I lose?
Because summation is 4k plus 2. Okay, you take what?
I have to take I have to take 1.
1 or 3. If you take one of them, I
One.
take the other one, right?
Yeah.
Then you take 2 and you are loser, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so W of 4 is what?
The W4 is the W4 will be the
First player, okay? So
Yeah.
like this, try to check, for example, as homework. Do this one. Try to find W of 8, and then from these things you can find winning strategy, and it was so much good. This one is like symmetry, that you consider 4k plus 1s correspond to 4k plus 3s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it was so much important, so try to check W8 and like these things, and then find W of 100, okay?
Yeah.
Homework 2 was this problem. Have you solved this?
Oh, Naomi.
You couldn't prove this?
Wait, I think I did it, but I don't know whether I'll get full marks.
Okay. So let's. I forgot the problem was what. Let me read it quickly.
Alright. I don't think I properly.
Okay, so I will check. They take it in turns to pick 1 to 100, selecting integers. A player who starts first, Naomi going first. A player loses the game if after the turn the sum of all integers chosen since the start of the game by both of them cannot be written the difference of two square numbers. So we said under what case we can write, we can't write if it is mod 4 is 2, right?
Yeah.
So if someone writes a number that the sum be 4k plus 2, he will lose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we want to see who can win. So your claim is that who wins?
I think Naomi.
Okay, so first player, right?
Yeah.
W winner is first player. Can you explain first explain your strategy, because if you explain and it's wrong, we don't need to read your solution. But if it is correct, I will check it, okay? So
Okay.
explain.
Basically, we said that whoever gets a total of 4k plus 2 can't be written as a difference of 2 squared.
Exactly.
Naomi can go fast, so she obviously will not pick. So she can either pick 4k plus 1, or 4k plus 3.
Yeah, so we have 0, 4. And we don't have 0, we have 4, 8 multiples of 4, right? Or we can start from 1. 1, 5, 2, 97, 2, 6, 98, 3, 7, 2, 99, 4, 8, 2, 100, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then first player won't select from this column. This column is bad, right?
Yeah.
So what you should say, a strategy for first player, okay? And say, okay, it's not important second player does what, first player can win, okay?
Yeah, but that's the thing. My thing sort of relies on the fact that whatever Naomi picks, Tom picks anything which makes multiple.
So, for example, first player takes what in first step? You should say exactly she does what.
She can pick. You can pick like a 4k number.
Okay, for example, she takes this. But we don't know second player takes this one. For example, if second player takes 1, you take what?
If second player takes 1, then Naomi picks 3.
Okay, so you consider these pairs, right?
Yeah.
And if second player takes, for example, 8, you take what?
Another.
So in this case, so let's play together. You take 4, I take 8. You take 12, I think, right?
Yeah.
I take 16 up to. Who takes 100? So first player takes this, second player, first player, second player.
I
Who
think
takes
second player takes 100
why second player takes 100?
because first player will take 96. 100 will be taken by. I
Huh?
think.
No, pay attention.
Oh no, first player.
Why first player takes
Well, I just did a simple thing. 4 and 12. When you divide
easy?
4, it's 1.
Yes. Or how many multiples of 4 are there here?
Or if you split it into pairs, then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 25 will be the last one. So it's number 1 because it's an odd number.
So how many multiples of 4 are there here?
Oh, how many?
Yes, how many? Yes, 100 over 425, because it is odd, last one will be first player, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and how many pairs like this are there? 1, 3 that you consider, 5, 7, 2, 97, 99.
It would be the one there's a Naomi will pick the last pair.
No, tell me how many pairs are there here?
Okay.
Because look, we have from 1 to 100. You can say we have 25 ones from this column. 25 this, 25 this, 25 this, right? Because 100 is multiple of 4. So we have 25 pairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what happens. I want to play with you in a way to see can you win or not. So you select 4 first, right? Okay, you said you select 4 first. Then I select 1, then you select 3, right?
Yeah.
I select 5, you select 7. Here you have always an option, right? Somehow you play like symmetry here, right?
Yeah.
So if you also finish, again, I have to play here, right?
Yeah.
And always you can, and no one selects from this part because after your turn, sum will be multiple of 4, right? You don't want to select from this column. Also, I won't select from this column because I will lose exactly in that step, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you select here. I select, for example, this one. For example, you select this one. I select this one, you select this one. Then if I select this one, then this one. Okay, so always here, the last number from this part that is selected, we can say who selects that one. You select that one, first player, right?
Yeah.
So first player finishes here. First player finishes all numbers here. And also first player again here finishes this part, right?
Yeah.
Finishes. Finishes means take last step, right? First player takes last step in this part and also takes last step this part. And then when all these numbers are finished, then second player has to select one number here and he will be loser, right?
Yeah.
And okay, your solution is completely correct, but you don't know how to write this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can explain. I will tell you general things, and then you can write it again for next session. I will check this with you and take and tell you what's the mark. Okay?
Wait, so
You explain
I know.
exactly the thing I said here or not. If you said exactly the thing in your solution, we can read. If not, I can explain for you, and then for next session you can write like, for example, official solution, and then I can check. Want to check your solution now, or for next session want to check it?
But my solution. Okay. I just said that if. Okay.
Let me tell you, because sometimes you should think to tell in a best way that takes not much time and also easy to explain. You can consider two pairs because here you said, for example, okay, I select 4, then if he selects, for example, 8, you select 12, right?
Yeah.
So you can consider these things. You say, okay, I select 4, and then after that, let me write. You can consider pairs like symmetry. You say, okay, let's consider 8 and 12. You select 4 first, then 8 and 12, 16 and 20, right?
Yeah.
And 96 and 100. You don't need to explain. You only need to write these pairs. 1, 3, 5, 7 to 97 and 99, right?
Yeah.
So we have these pairs. And then you have what numbers? You have 2, 6 to 98 outside, okay?
Yeah.
So you say, suppose for example it is A1, A2, we have some pairs. 2A, 24, here we have 25, here 24 over to A12. So here we have 12 pairs, here you have 25 pairs, so A13, 12 plus 25, 37, right? You say, okay, we have 37 pairs, okay?
Yeah.
You say in first step, you say, okay, your claim is that first player is winner. So in first step, you say, okay, first player takes 4, okay, and then second player cannot take any of these things because then in that step he will be loser, right?
Yeah.
Then you say if second player takes any number from here, then you consider pair of that number, right?
Yeah.
Again, after your step, sum will be multiple of 4, right? So by this strategy, always after your turn, sum will be multiple of 4, right?
Yeah.
So because you have always a choice, because again, this one will be finished. For example, second player takes one number here, then for example 99, then you take 97. So always you have a good option. until all these numbers be finished, right?
Yeah.
After that, second player has to select one number here, and then he will be loser. Okay, so the only thing is that you need to write these numbers, and then in 3 lines you can explain your solution, and you will get full mark. Okay. Okay, and let me tell you something. It is also good for the person that wants to read your solution. When you write like this, he can understand completely, and he can read your solution easily. Agreed? Instead of, for example, writing 20 lines, right?
Yeah.
So figures, subsets, equations like this that helps you. Also, you can write your answers quickly, right?
Yeah.
These things helps you to write the solution faster, and also for the person who wants to read your solution, he can read it faster. Okay.
Yeah.
So write this solution next session. I will check it and tell you that your mark will be what. Okay.
Okay.
Any question about this?
No.
Okay. But good job. Your strategy was correct.